Okay, so today we're going deep on one of those those super motivational kind of posts.
Yeah, yeah.
This one is by Coach Zibu.
Coach Zibu. I've heard of him.
Have you? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I think I saw this one. Actually, somebody shared it, and I was like, oh, this is interesting.
Mm,
This one is all about okay, it's time to shake off all that stuff that's holding us back
yeah,
and move forward.
right.
And I think we could all use a little bit more of that every now and then, right?
Yeah, totally. Like, it's
Yeah.
that classic self-help message. You
Yeah.
know, you see it everywhere, but for good reason.
Yeah.
People need that reminder.
Totally. And Coach Zebu gets right to the point.
Yeah.
Like one of the lines that I don't know, just jumped off the page at me
Mm-hmm.
was your journey was not supposed to take this long.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Wow.
I
That is powerful.
think we've all felt that way at some
Oh,
point.
yeah,
Right?
absolutely. It's
Yeah.
like, where's that internal timeline?
Yeah.
And it's like, why am I not, further along?
Yeah, it's like you should be, married by now, you should have a house by now, you should be, the CEO by now.
Right. Like, society puts these expectations on us.
Yeah. And we internalize them.
Exactly. And then when we don't meet them, it's like, oh, what's wrong with me?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
So that's why that line really resonates.
totally. And then he kind of hits us with this I don't know, curveball.
Yeah. Okay.
He says, learn to act on impulse. And I'm like, wait, what?
Interesting.
Is he saying forget planning?
Yeah.
Just jump into things?
Yeah, it's just like YOLO, just do it.
Yeah, it's just just,
Throw caution to the wind.
yeah.
Totally.
So how do we,
That's a good question because on the one hand, you don't want to be reckless.
right?
But on the other hand,
Overthinking.
overthinking can be paralyzing.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can get stuck in that analysis paralysis
Total, yeah.
and never actually do anything.
Right.
So there's a balance there. Right. And I think what Coach Zebu is getting at is that there's power in spontaneity.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you got to just trust your gut
Yeah.
and go for it.
Yeah. So it's like a calculated risk, right? So
Exactly.
it's not just being completely, reckless and crazy.
Oh, it's not like jumping out of a plane without a parachute.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's also not spending, 6 months researching
Yeah.
every single,
Yeah.
possible outcome.
Exactly. It's about being self-aware.
Okay.
Knowing your values and then making sure your actions
Align with
are
that.
in line with that. Yeah.
That's
So it's
right.
like, that feeling when something just feels right.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm just going to go for it.
You just know it.
You just know it. Yeah.
I love that.
Even if it's outside your comfort zone.
Yeah, it's like trusting your intuition a little bit.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like that. Now, Coach Zebu also, he's like, all right, if you're feeling stuck,
Uh-huh.
here's some things that might be holding you back. And he lists,
Oh, yeah.
anger,
Mhm.
victim mentality,
Okay.
entitlement,
Yeah.
and me syndrome.
Oh, that's a new one.
Yeah, me syndrome. I was like, what is me syndrome?
Yeah, that's interesting.
So,
Let's unpack that.
yeah.
So I think of these as like internal roadblocks.
Okay.
Things that are keeping you from moving forward.
Yeah.
So resentment, that's like, holding on to the past.
Yeah.
You're replaying those woulda, coulda, shouldas.
Right, it's like baggage.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then anger that can cloud your judgment,
Oh, yeah?
make you make decisions that you regret later.
Make you reactive?
React. Yeah, instead of
Trust
react.
it,
Yeah,
right.
no.
And then victim mentality that's feeling powerless.
Right, like you have no control
No control, yeah.
over your life.
Right, like everything's happening to me.
Yeah.
I'm not in charge of my own destiny.
I'm just just a leaf blowing in the wind.
Exactly.
Entitlement, though.
Okay.
I kind of feel like, don't you need a little bit of entitlement? Yeah, that's a good point. To succeed. It's a fine line, right?
Yeah.
Because a healthy sense of self-worth is important.
Yeah.
But entitlement can become a problem when it leads to unrealistic expectations.
Okay.
Like, I deserve this without putting in the work.
Right.
Or I deserve this even though
Even though
other people have contributed.
it's like I'm special
Right.
and you're not.
Yeah. And you're not recognizing the contributions of others.
Okay, yeah. So it's like you're not seeing the bigger picture.
Exactly.
Got it.
So it's about that balance.
Yeah.
Right?
But me syndrome, I'm still stuck on that one.
Okay, me syndrome.
Yeah. What is that?
So it's not just about being selfish.
Okay.
It's more about a lack of teamwork
Okay.
and not seeing the bigger picture.
Got it.
It's like, imagine a basketball team
Okay. Yeah.
where everyone's only focused on their own points.
Right.
They might score individually,
Right.
but they're never going to win the game
Right.
because they're not working together.
They're not passing the ball.
Exactly. So me syndrome is that my way or the highway mentality.
Right.
And that prevents you from achieving true success.
Because you're not collaborating.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're not considering the needs of the team.
Got it. Okay. So these are all like, roadblocks and we need to get rid of them,
Yes. And that's where Coach Zibu's call to action comes in.
which is,
It's time to move, and the time is now.
I love it.
It's like a kick in the pants,
Yeah.
right?
It's time to go.
Yeah, it's a reminder that we have the power to choose. We can shift our mindset.
Yeah,
We can challenge those limiting beliefs,
totally.
and we can take action.
I love that. I mean, it's a great message,
It is.
but how do we apply it?
That's the million-dollar question, right?
Yeah.
It's about taking what resonates with you from Coach Zibu's message
Okay.
and figuring out what moving means in your own life.
So, like, what does that actually look like?
Exactly. What are your goals?
Yeah.
What are your aspirations?
What are the things that I really want to accomplish
And then what's that one small step you can take today
today?
to get closer to them?
So it's not about like, quitting your job and like moving to Bali.
Right.
It's about like, what's one small thing I can do
Exactly.
today
Today, yeah.
to start moving in that direction?
Where I want to go.
Exactly.
Okay. I like that. So to
Yeah.
basically Coach Zibu is saying like, look, identify the roadblocks
Uh-huh.
and then move forward.
And take action. Yeah.
Not impulsively, but strategically.
Right. In alignment with your values.
Yeah. Okay. And knowing that it's a journey.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Growth is a journey, not a destination.
I love it.
So what will your first step be?
Oh, I like that.
Food for thought.
Yeah. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.
I'm excited to
Yeah.
tackle the next one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, see you next time.
See you later, Dak.